Small businesses everywhere need to figure out how to get better online campaigns and advertising going. Your business, Raymond, is all about making that happen. How do you start with a small business customer?
What we have done is created a system that encompasses the entire process of doing an online ad campaign into one easy flow, right? This includes the designing of the banners even, and the graphics, putting it together different variations of your ad copy, right? Your sales message, and essentially allowing you to create tens, if not hundreds of different types of variations of your ads.
There are tools embedded in Facebook, and Google, of course, has their own tools for AdWords. How does Clickful enhance those existing tools?
So there's a couple of things, right? So one thing is that we incorporate a testing sort of functionality, right? So if you were to do an advertising campaign, for example, just putting in one type of ad or one variation of ad, maybe it's not enough, right? Maybe you want to put different types or different kinds or variations of different ad message, graphics, etc., to see which one actually works better, right? So we have automatic, what we call A/B testing, automatic A/B testing for you. Once you launch the campaign.
So this enables the business owner to see the results of different trial ads.
Right, and it does it automatically for you. Because typically what happens is that a digital marketer, a human, would do this manually, right? We'll look at some data, make a decision and take an action on it, right? And those actions could be, switching budgets or making some kind of other change, pausing some ads perhaps, right? One step further than testing, our platform also automatically optimizes your budget too, so that at least you're not wasting money on ads that don't work.
And which is really important for people with limited budgets for sure, but also even the large enterprise. So do you feel like there's a really big opportunity for Clickful in the large enterprise context where there is a lot of marketing resources?
I think so. I don't, to my surprise from interacting with some larger entities, that you would kind of go in there thinking that they have a really, really big budget,
right?
But it's not always the case. And this kind of tool really helps small businesses, but also helps marketers as well, right? Because it actually lightens their load. Because marketers, they don't only do digital marketing, advertising, they do all sorts of different things. And you got the SEO and the content marketing, all sorts of things, right? So at least we're able to help them optimize one piece of it for small or bigger businesses.
Part of that automation and optimization is using machine learning. Where are machine learning tools being applied today?
What we have is algorithms that do predictions in terms of ad performance, right? So like I said before, a marketer will look at data, based on that data, make a decision, and then take some action on it, right? What we're doing is that we're actually helping you take out those kinds of actions before the results even come in, based on data and based on prediction, right? So it's predictive analytics, yeah.
And on that note, we actually have a wave of concerns surrounding consumer data. We have in Europe, for example, the global data protection regulations, GDPR, coming into effect. How does that impact the Clickful business model?
Not necessarily too much, because what happens is that, on Clickful, on the tool that you use to launch campaigns, the data and the information that you get from there is actually just not that different from the information you get if you were to, say, use Facebook's own advertising tools. We are simply an additional layer of optimization on top of what you get on Facebook. So we don't collect any other personal information that's outside of ad performance and what you really just put onto your ads.